Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Your children, we thank you. So, regarding this message that you want to get out, the government interferes again and again and again and again, causing the private sector to have to sacrifice their morals just to keep the quote unquote peace. Who gets to enjoy this peace? It's not the private sector. It's not the private sector. They have no peace for real, because now when the government interferes with the private sector and get them to do what they want the private sector to do, which goes against the private sector's moral code, the private sector has to live with the mental torment, the emotional upheaval, the troubled conscience. That's a strike on their karmic credit. They're basically putting themselves on a trajectory to hell for the government and the secret societies who run them. They're getting fed up. They're getting tired of you and your interference. So you're looking at me thinking that I have something to do with the collapse of the system. No, my darling. You're doing a very good job of collapsing your own system all by yourself. All I have to do is continue to exist and be true to myself and who I truly am. Your insistence on trying to make me conform to your system, that is your downfall. Every effort that you put in, every single effort that you put in to try and force me to commit and force me to submit to your nonsense system secures your downfall. It would serve you better to allow me to roam the earth freely. It would serve you, the system, better to stay out of my business and stop trying to make me one of you. I mean, your system's gonna fall anyway, but it will happen at a much slower rate. But you going around trying to pull strings here and pull strings there and force people to do this and intimidate people into doing this, and people can't practice what they love doing anymore freely and happily. The same thing you do with the musicians. You kill their fire because they cannot practice with a free heart and a clear conscience. It's the same thing you're doing. And as you can see on the thumbnail, the dentist came out. I know why my dentist refused to take on my case today. It came out in the reading. It is because of you. was doing my research to find out what the topic is for this reading. It all came out. That's why I posted as much as I did. So it said upholding law and order and then crying. Because they can't uphold law and order, meaning they are being intimidated into doing the wrong thing. And then after we got upholding law and order, crying, then we got government employee and government funded. They are not government employees and they are not government funded. But if they don't do what you want them to do, because you have the power to affect negative changes in their life, in their finances, and you know all the little tactics that you use to make people's lives a living hell, they know you will do that. So they do what you tell them to do because they don't want that type of drama in their life. I get it. I'm not mad at my dentist. I get why he didn't take on my case today. So if you think that that would drive a wedge between me and the dentist and make me hate him, it's not gonna happen. I know who's behind it. And this is for everybody else. All the mystical beings, or even if you're not a mystical being, if you go out and you know that what you're saying makes sense and you're being refused or rejected or whatever, just know that there's something or someone behind that rejection. That's why you can't get the service or services that you're trying to get. So right now, the private sector is between a rock and a hard place. But mystical being, it came out and it was in the reverse. So why was it in the reverse? Am I gonna have to dig for the answer? Okay, why was mystical being in the reverse? Because it applies to everybody. Thank you for the fast track. Okay, so I don't have to dig for it. So mystical beings was in the reverse. So that means it applies to everyone. So it's like these secret societies who run the government, they have turned up they have amped up their interference in the private sector, and it's like now they are suffering. Even regular people, not even just people like myself, who I directly target the system because it needs to get changed. So even people who don't directly target the system, they are also being suffered via the private sector at the command of the government, who is run or which is run by the secret societies behind the government. So now everybody can get it. Now everybody's getting it. So secret society / government, you know this is a bad idea, right? But it's part of the process. So as you were, yes, I like what I'm hearing actually, because you know what? Pressure boss pipe. This is a time for people like me to rejoice. So that means you're getting desperate, secret society that runs the government. You're getting desperate. So you're starting to do stupid shit. Because you're losing. I was scrolling through my Facebook. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? And I came across a post that was talking about the ridiculous hike in food prices in America. it's like things have risen. Let me see, they say like, what was it, like by 100, more than 100%. Why? Why is food just all of a sudden between, I think it was saying like last year and this year, or within the year, a year span? Because I'm not really sure if it's like, I need to check that post properly because I screen recorded it. But on my Facebook, what happens is with this new setup, we don't get to see the date of the post, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to check it on one of my older devices, because on these new devices, listen, let me tell y'all about these new devices, okay? It's not all it's cracked up to be. These new models of everything that they got coming out is just a way to control us even more, okay? Remember what the objective is here. Okay, the objective here is for them to keep control over we the people. So nothing that they put out, or hardly, most of the things that they put out is not going to be for the benefit of we the people. Just know that they're not trying to empower us in any way, because their objective is to forever be in control of us in its entirety. They're greedy for power and control. Okay? So don't be embarrassed if your phone or your device is an older model. They are better than the newer models. They are less prone to control by the system. How can you not put the date on the posts that's coming up? So sometimes I'm watching posts from like all the way back in 2021 thinking it's a recent post. So before I really delve into this food price hike that's happening in America, or which has happened in America according to the video that I saw, I'm gonna have to look into the date that the post was made and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I think I could do that now. Let me see. Because I have my handy dandy older device here. Interesting. Nah. Hang on. Wow. The post is not here. Oh my God. Okay. But you know what I did do? I did screen record it. Yeah. That's weird. It wasn't even supposed to be this far down because I think I saw it yesterday. No, man, it was just yesterday I saw it. Yes, it's after this. I recommend you join us on Facebook for an extended version of this channel. It's Ask God Here. Yeah, the post is really not here, man. And I look thoroughly. I wonder why it's not here. This black guy made a compilation of people complaining about the price of food. But I think it's safe to say I looked thoroughly. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna try something. If I get disconnected, I'll come back. So I'm trying to send the video to this device so that I can play it for you. The name of the channel I got it from the name of the person is called Jonal Lewis. Jonal, Jonal, Lewis, Louis, or Louis. That's the name of the channel. But I'm trying to download it from, wait, let me turn that down. Yeah, the top one. We're just gonna download it, and once it's fully downloaded, I'll be able to play it for you because it's no longer on my timeline. Yeah. But anyway, the private sector is fed up of the government always interfering. So that means supermarkets and dentists and doctors and corner shops, and you're creating trauma within these people because you're so desperate to get them to do what you want them to do. You're so desperate to keep control. Listen, you have lost already. Society no longer belongs to you. But it's okay because we just need to make it abundantly clear. So with every action that you take, it will fuel us gaining access to the courage to make it abundantly clear. Like we said, fuck you, and we mean fuck you, you know? So We're gonna get that. So, anywho, so concerning this dilemma, please, Most High, what do you want to share with us at this time? Please. Look at what wanted to show itself. Fear. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Let's see if this is the private sector's fear or the secret society and their government employees' fear. Let's see. We got, meeting place. So that's the fear of the private sector. The meeting place would be their shops and their offices and all these things. Let's see what's next in the lineup. The mystical beings, yes. Whether we're in the upright or not upright, it's just the people. Okay, because when I did the research to find out what the title of this reading would be, the mystical beings card came out, but it was in the reverse. So, and I was asking God, well, what does that mean? And it's talking about everybody. Okay, we the 144,000 and those who are not the 144,000. So basically everybody, they're just being mean to right now. Let's see what's next. The judicial system. So yeah, that's what my dentist used just now to justify his refusal to give me the service that I'm asking for. So he was using the fact that he might get into trouble judicially. So don't believe it. If you're trying to get a service done and you know what you're saying is making sense and whoever you're talking to is dodging you and they're trying to use legal jargon and just they're bringing up plausible reasons why they need to refuse you or just not give you your desire in whatever way. Even with the supermarket prices, it's them. It's the secret society that's causing all this palaver in society. Okay, just know that. Let's see what's coming up next. Here we got hidden entrance, public club or society. You see, so they're using the public sector. Like, let's see, assassin. Yeah, you see, they're using them in a bad way. Assassinate meaning you cannot have your wish, dead whatever. So if you're trying to get a service, no, you can't get the service. If you know that you're not supposed to be paying so much for something, it's like, no, we gonna take your fucking money. I don't know, not gaining access to places, just wherever you've been hearing no, just know it's the secret society that's behind it. Okay? Yeah. Illegal. That's men and women. That's not bisexual because it has nothing to do with sex. And then we have adolescent, forced to do it. You see that? They're being forced to refuse us by the government and the secret societies that run the governments. Okay? So don't be mad at your butchers. Don't be mad at your supermarket managers. Don't be mad at the staff. Don't be mad at the post office staff. Just don't be mad at them. They're not doing what they're doing because they hate you or of their own free will. They're being forced to do it. I mean, we have to draw the line somewhere at the end of the day. Because this is what I was saying in my last post. If you don't want to bear the consequences of whatever you're doing, then you need talking to the private sector and those who are being forced to do these things. If you don't want this responsibility, you need to change your line of work. You need to make some serious life changes, because if you don't, I won't be asking these people to not be angry at you, because at the end of the day, you are suffering with the people because of your own fear of the consequences Okay? So, if the government has the power to force you to not do your job or not offer your services correctly, then we the people suffer. And there's going to come a time where we the people is going to turn back the pressure on you. So how about we the people don't come into your establishments? Since you want to sacrifice and be afraid, you want to sacrifice your morals and be afraid of the government and the secret societies behind them and not offer us the services that you are out there to offer us, then how about we all get together and just stop coming into your establishment? Then you make no money at all. You believe that the government is then going to give you money just like that? You believe that they're going to take care of your financial expenses? Or are we the people the ones who pay for your rent by using your services? We the people pay your rent, we buy your food, okay? We take care of your upkeep because we use your services. So how are you now going to think that it's okay to prioritize the government's wishes over your fucking we're the ones who put money in your pocket. We your clients, we your customers, we put money in your pocket. We're the reasons why your lights are still on, because that one-off payment that you got from the government and their secret society people that run them, that hasn't been what's been sustaining you all this time. So it's either you find your balls or your backbone, or you leave that and go find something else to do that's not getting you in as much trouble, which I cannot think of anything. So you only have one choice, Mr. and Mrs. Private Sector, is for you to find your fucking balls. It's for you to develop your backbone. Y'all need to stop allowing the government to force you people into suffering, we the people. The government and the secret societies who run the government. Y'all need to stand up and stop making them force you into hurting we the people with these ridiculous prices and being denied services when we have our money to pay for our services. It's not like, say, I went in there begging. So you wonder why society is so crappy. It's because of people like you who refuse to stand up. I said so the other day. I'm going to keep saying that because it's true. If you think that we the people are powerless and the secret societies and the governments that they run are powerful or more powerful, you are mistaken. There is already a war. The war is happening right now as we speak. You have to pick your side. And there's more of us than there are of them, because even the people in government are not on their side. It's the secret societies versus we the people. And that includes every governmental employee. They are also we the people. The government is also we the fucking people. These secret societies that wield power over the government, they only get to do so because these people are afraid of what these secret societies can do, because apparently they're in control of the police and the army and all these things. But you know what? The police and the army are also we, the people. These secret society people, they're all old and frail and powerless unless you do what they commanded you to do. They're only powerful because you follow their stupid instructions. You are their power. You are their hands, you are their legs, you are their mouth, you are their nose, you are their eyes. If you choose to refuse to keep following them stupid orders that they be giving you to carry out, you see how powerless they are, and you see how much better society will run. And then we'll stop having cause to say, why do we bring children into such a horrible world? It's a horrible world because we make it that way. By following the instructions of these secret societies who run the government from behind the scenes. They don't care about us. They don't care about you, the police. They don't care about you, the nurses, the doctors, the dentists. They don't care about the supermarket workers. They don't care about the restaurateurs. Restaurateurs. They don't care about the judges. They don't care about the army. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about you. All they want you to do is do what they ask you to do. That's it. Because if you don't do it, they'll happily find a way to torment your life. That means they never cared about you in the first fucking place. And the shit that you're doing for them is the same shit that's breaking you down from inside. So you cannot live with a clear conscience. You develop heart problems and liver problems from drinking, trying to drown out the thoughts, and you get miserable. Then you lose your family because now nobody wants to be around you, and it's because of the things that you have in your conscience that you can't tell anybody. And they are breaking down society. These secret societies who control the governments, which control the people, they are the cause for the breaking down of society. You cannot spend a good day with your family because you're not feeling at peace within yourself. You're always distant. You're present, but you're absent. Because this problem is bothering you, because this is the root of all of our problems. First of all, the government was erected, or every government is erected to serve the people, not control the people. The governments are meant to be like what a mother and a father is to a household. They keep things running smoothly. Mother and father have to make sure that there's toilet paper, there's food, make sure that the house is in good order, it's not falling apart, all the windows are fixed properly, and the roof is fine. If you know something was wrong, you call the right people, they sort it out. That's what the government is supposed to be. But no. These secret societies behind the government, who has all the fucking computer codes, or the people with the computer codes to just shut down your bank account without warning like they did to me, who have problems to send out a whole bunch of people to gang stalk you, put you in compromising positions and making you look like who you are not, which is always a bad thing, fucking up your reputation. We are the cause of society being as shitty as it is. Because we refuse to stand up and do what is right. Because we are afraid of the consequences of doing what is right. And until we put our foot down and say, okay, no more, it's going to always be shitty like this and get even worse. We need to tackle the problem at the root, which is the secret society. Yes, I said it. It's the secret society. That's the root of our problem. When they send down the command through their agents, all you have to do is not carry it out. Nobody wants to sacrifice for the greater good, but everybody wants to enjoy the benefits of those who sacrifice for the greater good. Nobody wants to stand up for what is right. But you're happy to revel in the good results. When people like me sacrifice. Because when I talk like this is a sacrifice. This is the type of shit that make them want to kill me. This is the type of shit that make them try to shut me out of society. But what I'm saying is the truth. And it is right. And it is fair. Our children are born into a crappy world because we, the adults who know what is going on, choose not to do anything about it. We choose to keep the secrets. I had to figure this shit out myself. My own family were used against me by the secret society. My boyfriends, sisters, brothers, mother, father. My father tried to commit suicide because he didn't want to do it and he failed. And he tried again. And this time, I don't know if he had help or what, but he succeeded the second time. He preferred death rather than stand up against the secret society that run this system. Because he was hurting me, knowing within himself that he did not want to be that type of person. It was resting on his conscience. They all knew what the truth of the matter was and nobody told me anything. I had to figure out that I was a target. And I became a target all because of being myself, standing up for the right. That's what made me a target. Not being afraid to speak up when everybody else is afraid to speak up. That's what made me a target. My father chose death rather than stand up against the system to protect his own child. And he died not telling me what the truth of the matter was. He never uttered it once. I had to figure it out myself. What was really going on? It's the secret society that's behind the government. That is our problem. People fulfilling their wishes. That is our problem. That's what's wrong with society. So I hope your children know that the reason why they live in such a shitty system is because their mothers and their fathers and their aunties and their uncles and all their elders, they refuse to stand up against the system and the fuckery. They choose to comply. They choose to cower. They're cowards. They choose to keep their secrets and do their evil deeds. That's what's wrong with society. The police and the soldiers and everybody who is a part of the judicial system, they are we, the people. They are also we, the people. And then y'all want to wake up every day and curse God. And talk about how God made this wicked world and ask what's the point of life. God didn't make this. We made this shitty version of the earth. God didn't make this. We wake up every day and we cuss God. Or we ignore God. And say, why would God create this wicked world? No. God has nothing to do with that. People choose to be wicked. And the rest choose to be weak. That's how we ended up with such a shitty existence. Carrying out the fucking works of the evil man. And then you got the nerve to talk shit about God. When God made you a God. God made you a goddess. You choose not to believe in your abilities. You choose to give your strength to your fears and your doubts instead. You choose to see yourself as powerless. God didn't make you that way. You chose that identity. I chose this identity. You chose to be afraid. I chose not to be afraid because wrong is wrong. And if we want to live in a better world, we're going to have to do the work that it takes to make it that way. Those secret society people, they can't do anything. You do their work for them. You are the cause of the perpetuation of this inadequate system. when you choose to carry out their nonsense commands. At the bottom of the deck, we got bank. That's the subject matter. Let's see what God want to tell us about the private sector becoming sick and tired of the government sending out all these stupid requests that's fucking with their moral compass and their conscience. The secret societies send out their government employees. So the shadow government send out the government. Or their little secret agents. Telling them how much to charge and who to serve and who not to serve and do this and fuck up their service and all that type of interference. It's nonsense. And they're sick of it. Because all you use private sector people, you need to realize that this is fucking with your reputation. This is fucking with your karmic code. This is gonna be on your record. Because the people that you do this thing to, they're gonna have bad things to say about you. So you're not doing yourselves any favors. And like I say, if you get to the point where the people gather up together and say, you know what, we're going to boycott this establishment and that establishment and that establishment, then you make no money at all. Is the government going to then fund your financial expenses for the foreseeable future until that type of climate calms back down? Do you think they're going to pay your finances, your financial expenses until you can get your customers back? If we the people choose to stand together. Let me tell y'all something. There's only so much abuse that I'm willing to take before I start to push back. So don't let my friendliness fool you. Don't let my patience fool you. Because if you insist on helping these evil people to make my life a living hell and I have the power to put pressure back on you, I'm going to do it. Catch me on the wrong day when I don't feel merciful and see what I do with you. Because you deserve it. Since you feel like the government have power and I don't have any, or we the people don't have any, we're going to show you we have power too. So you either grow your own backbone or find your own balls, or we're going to help you. I know what I was saying to the dentist makes sense. He knows what I was saying to him makes sense. Because for me, let me tell you what my issue is. I went to get my tooth done. You remember when I did the reading that was saying about how the dentist that I get to do my tooth, they're gonna fucking get paid off to do some stupid shit to me. So the dentist that I went when I went to the dentist, the one that I went to, he wasn't going to be available. So another one had to fulfill his spot because I couldn't wait until he come back from holiday or whatever it was. So I decided, let me let the other person do it. And sure enough, she did it, right? So then I had the suspicion that they filled my tooth with something that just wasn't right, right? So it's like some kind of a, this is like a chemical one this time. I don't think that they had any like devices put in, but this time it was the type of chemical that they built up the cavity, the enamel out of, right? So tell me why I went in August and the tooth that was freshly white and whatnot is now changing to a different color. It's getting darker, right? And plus, piece of it broke off. I've never went to the dentist and I've had plenty cavities. Y'all know what's going on. I've had plenty cavities, went to the dentist, did my thing, never come home with a cavity that's like breaking. And y'all who know me properly, you know that I eat ice on a regular, right? And I don't even eat the ice, the fat pieces of ice anymore. I now smash the ice and make it into kind of like a snow cone type ice, right? So that definitely can't cause that damage. And at the time when the piece of filling came out, I was eating food, okay? I wasn't even biting any chicken bones because when the chicken bone nice and juicy, I like to bite my chicken bones. I didn't even do that. I was eating regular food, okay, soft food. So, what I found was at the base of the same tooth that the woman filled, that's broken away and now changing from white to what looked like some kind of shade of brown or cream or some shit. At the base of the tooth, there's like damage on the outside. So when I eat foods, it goes into those little cavities or like, it's like it's broken, right? And foods get in there. So what happens is when the food get inside there, it causes swelling if I don't clean it out. Okay, but I try to keep it clean, but I didn't realize that it was as much of a problem as it actually is. I thought it was one spot, but now it's like it's straight ahead and also on the outside of the tooth that's got this damage right just below the gum line, right? So I know that because the problem is down below the gum, to really tackle a problem like that, you would have to like cut the gum to get to the base of the tooth. But I was saying to the dentist, like, instead of cutting the gum, what you could do, which I'm giving you consent to do, is just file the tooth all the way down, file all that bit out, okay? Go in from the top instead of trying to attack just the problem that's there. You can take away the good piece of tooth if you want to, because to avoid cutting the gum, that seemed like a plausible or sensible idea. So then if it's mostly a false tooth or mostly enamel that I have in my mouth, I'm cool with that. Because for me, those of you who know my story when it comes to my teeth, and the reason why I'm not doing much to them is because I believe that we don't just get two sets of teeth in our life. So I'm not the type to go pull out the root of my tooth, because if you pull out the root, then there's no chance of me getting my third set of teeth. And that's just my theory. But I don't feel that I'm wrong, because I also believe in everlasting life, very long life. So why would God only give us two sets of teeth for such a long life? It don't make no sense. But most of us don't stay alive long enough to see a third set of teeth coming through. So I'm willing to experiment on myself. And what I found is when the tooth is decayed enough, it forms that black barrier which protects the tooth. So those parts where you see is black and whatnot, I don't have no problems. I don't have no pain. I keep my mouth clean. I do my garlic rinse and everything. So everything is fine, right? So back to the tooth. I was telling him to do go down from the top and just take away even the good piece of tooth so that you could get to the base of where the problem actually is. Clean all that out and then use the little, the thin thingy that you put and fill back up the spot, right? Fill back up the tooth. Create, like, I don't know if it's called a crown or whatever. And he was adamant to me that he can't do that because if somebody was to question him about his practices, he could get into trouble by doing that. And to me, that don't make no kind of sense to me because that looked like a logical approach to the problem, especially if the client, is telling you I'm okay. And I was even saying I would sign something saying that I give you consent to do it like that. Okay? Because I want my service. I went there to get my tooth fixed and I don't want to get my gums cut. I'm not doing no root canal because he was suggesting a root canal and he's insisting that the nerve inside under the tooth that the other dentist filled, well, the same tooth, but where the other dentist filled, it was really close to a nerve and he claims say that is actually infected. I disagree. That is not my problem. My problem is the base of the tooth where the decay, or I think it's called decay, is actually now happening. Okay, that's my only problem. And I told him as well that if there is any infection in the nerve beneath the tooth, if I have an emergency, I will either go to the hospital or I would call him and have an emergency meeting. I will handle that. I told him, don't worry about whatever happened in there. Because as far as I am concerned, I got that done. It was sensitive at first. It got better after about 2 weeks. I didn't feel any problem at all. And then when problems did start to develop again, it was the base of the tooth where there's now decay taking place. But he was adamant that he's not doing it. And I know that he wasn't adamant about not doing it because he don't want to do it. I know that it's because the secret society got to him somehow to discourage him from giving me the service, because they think that if I have all rotten teeth in my mouth, I'm going to lose confidence, I'm going to conform, and I'm going to submit, and I'm going to bow, and I'm going to quit, and they are wrong. I will never quit. I'm going to keep pushing and I'm going to win. We the people are going to win. Your reign is over, secret society who run the government. Your shit is over. Your time is up. So he wasn't making any sense to me, and my request was logical. And that's what made me realize that we're not dealing with a straightforward issue here. There's things behind the scenes. And now that I come to find out, well, what the topic is for the reading, it's all spread out there before me to see. I was like, I already knew it. Because I was being very logical. And it's a doable thing. So I know that he just didn't want to service me because he's been told not to. I have to check to see how to interpret all these cards because they're just flipping and flopping out all kind of directions. Kind of like when shit don't make sense when you know they make perfect sense, and the person you're talking to is trying to convince you that what you're saying isn't really plausible. It's not making any sense. Look at this. Laws of the land. That's the underlying issue, or so he claimed. he was trying to convince me that he could get into trouble for doing what I asked him to do. It's not a good look, dentist. I was liking you. Yeah, I had mutual respect for you. Okay, that one like that. I need to check all these. So it could be that. Okay. It feels correct like this, but it feels weird same time. So I'm gonna put that under there with those. Okay. Feels more at peace like this. This one. And this one like this. Okay, so flip these over. Okay, so we got information in the reverse. So the information that was given wasn't information at all. Surprise, surprise. And remember the subject matter was bank. It's all about the money. So the information wasn't information at all. Then we got Obia Woman, Dark Magic in the reverse. There's no dark magic going on around here. I am a child of God. What you're seeing is God at bumbuckle at work. So we got illegal immigrant, Ministry of Health, and looking for new recruits. Interesting. For money. Let's read on. Money in the underground city. They're getting paid to do it. So, because of the decline of the secret society, the organization, because we've been doing this battle for many years, and a lot of the people who were once on board with the nonsense, they've actually separated themselves from the organization, okay? They are morally conflicted. It's not what they thought it was, because if you're fighting against somebody who is actually guilty, or somebody who is evil, or somebody who deserves to be treated the way that I get treated, then it's okay. It's easy for people to do that. But once they realize that I'm actually an innocent person, and once they realize that my intentions are actually pure, then they really become morally conflicted. And so over the years, the organization, the secret society, has lost a lot of money in this war that they've been executing with me for the last since 2008. They've lost a lot of money. They've lost a lot of alliances. The organization is very disorganized and it's dwindling. Okay, so now what they're doing is looking for new recruits. Okay, for their underground city. They pay people to do whatever the hell they want them to do. Well, in the Ministry of Health. So all those who are a part of the health industry, they're looking for new recruits, because if the people in the health industry are honest people who are actually doing the right thing, then when people like me or whoever they want to target, because it's more than just the mystical beings now, they're targeting everybody and anybody that they choose to, for whatever reason, best known to them at this time until God revealed their secrets to me. They're using, they need to have corrupt people in the medical field so that they can maintain their control over society. So I'm guessing that they want to recruit my dentist and whoever a lot, just whoever they can manage to recruit. They want to have as much corrupt officials in positions of power as they possibly can. Corrupt officials that they can control, because through these corrupt officials they control the population. Okay, and they make it look like a great trade, their morality for some money. Anyway, let's see the underlying issue that's going on here. Okay, so they told him that I'm some kind of a obia woman. Okay, so that they could strengthen their case as to why he should fight against me or deny me service. Okay, so the information was inaccurate because he thought, well, I deserve to be cut out of society. But then here we have illegal immigrants in the Ministry of Health. So who is the liar? Who is the criminal here? But he thinks that I am the criminal here because they've convinced him that I do dark magic. You see? So that's how they do. They get these people by telling them lies about me. And lies about whoever they're targeting at any point in time. Let's see the underlying issue. So we got the laws of the land. Preschool. Resources. Doctor. And judge. Vaccine. High school. So when it comes to the laws of the land, we got a preschool energy. So you know, when it comes to preschool energy, it's a point in your development where you know very little. Preschoolers know very little. Okay, so laws of the land, preschool. Then we got resources and doctor. So the doctor was their resource to judge the vaccine. So the vaccine would be the service, whatever service. Okay, so they think that because I don't know the laws of the land, when the doctor talks shit to me about the way to fix the problem, aka the vaccine, I would believe the nonsense information, or you would believe the nonsense information and not get smarter, because preschool and high school is a more developed mind. Okay, so they thought that by using the doctor to talk shit to me, I would believe him. But I am no fucking fool. The teachers come before the universities. Okay, I don't need to go to school to understand. I know what he was talking to me was shit. And if you find yourself in the same position as I am, just know that what they were saying to you is crap. They were telling you lies because they don't want to give you the service and they don't want to make it blatant that they do not want to serve you. Because they're getting paid to not serve you. And they made that choice based on inaccurate information, downright lies. So whether you're a woman or a man, these government people who are controlled by the secret society, they were told, they were telling these doctors and whoever the private sector person is lies. So they turned the person's mind against you with lies so that they would be more open to taking the payment for whatever, to do whatever mission they commanded this professional of the private sector to do. So first, they damage our reputation in order to make the service provider, aka the private sector, more open to doing what they ask them to do. So he was full in my mind with lies, thinking that he's stopping me from truly understanding what's happening. Bitch, I already know. I told you who I was when I came to your office. From the first time we meet, I told you about the secret society that's been on my ass. So if you think that you're fooling somebody, you're not fooling God. Let's read on. So we got laughing. We got menstruation, public party, army. You're damn right. I'ma let this shit bleed out. I came and told every fucking body. Because we the people are the army. You're supposed to be fearing us. Because if you think that this government is going to pay your financial expenses, if God make the path so clear that we are able to boycott your establishment, you are mistaken. They will leave your ass on your own. Let's read on. Army, delivery, reinstate, prayer. Exactly. So let's read this again. So we got laughing, menstruation, public party. So yeah, I find this shit funny. While I come and tell everybody, I didn't even intend to. God just brought this shit up because I wasn't going to come in here and talk about this with anybody. I already know what's happening. But God said, nah, I want you to talk about this. God's like, let's have a public party and talk about it. Let's talk to the army. Let's talk to the army. Then we got delivery, reinstate, and prayer. Like I said, if God so decide to open up the avenue that we can stop people from supporting your business, bruv, don't test me. You could call me a witch as much as you like. It's in the reverse. That means I don't do dark magic. So if you're so desperate to accept this money that you're willing to believe any fuckery that they tell you with no evidence, you're not fooling anybody but yourself, because God see you. And God know what you're doing. You shouldn't test my power. God is with me. That's why I'm not afraid of any of you. For many years, people have been choosing to see me as powerless. Yet for many years, I've been winning. For many years, people have been choosing to see me as guilty and vile. Yet for many years, God has been protecting me from all their attacks. Let's read on. We got some kind of agenda, neutral entity. It's better you remain neutral. You come out every day to perform a job. You should just perform your job. Do not get involved in this battle that I got going on with the secret society that run the system through the government. Do not get involved. I'm not coming to you begging you or asking you any favors. When people like myself, we come to your establishment, we're not coming begging you for any favors. We got our money. Supply and demand. We come to do business. But you want to get yourself involved in a fight that has nothing to do with you. Because you're getting paid. It's always about the bank, isn't it? Let's read on. Yeah, remain a neutral entity when it comes to this illegal activity, you see? So some kind of agenda, neutral entity, illegal activity. It's better you stay out. Stop allowing the government to tell you what to do with your business and your practice. Stop taking these payoffs to do the wrong thing. Or else when time comes for that we start fucking up people, you gonna be included. Since you don't have no problem suffering us, we won't have any problem suffering you. And don't tell yourself that I have no power, because you don't know what God will open up for me. To tell yourself that I have no power would be a fucking big mistake. Because I've been taking a lot of abuse for a very long time. And I deserve to be vindicated. I deserve to be set free. I deserve to be treated like the respectable human being that I am. You have spoken to me. And I have spoken to you. You have interacted with me and I have interacted with you. What is my crime? Well, because somebody come and tell you that I do dark magic. You choose to believe without evidence. It is not true. I do not do dark magic. But it's being done on me on a daily basis. I have God. I don't need to do dark magic. I pray. I do not need to do dark magic. And not only do I pray, I fucking do. I don't just say a prayer and sit around and expect shit to happen for me. I'm willing to get up and do. Because I'm not afraid of you or the people who are paying you to hurt me. Or deny me. Or sabotage me. I'm not afraid. You should remain a neutral entity. Stay out of the battle because it has nothing to do with you. If you're not going to be a part of the solution, at least do not be a part of the fucking problem. Always about the money. Just talk money to you people and you're willing to believe and support anything. Oh yeah, I'm getting paid. That makes it all alright. Oh, for the money, I'll believe anything you're saying to me. Oh, she's a witch. Oh yeah, she truly is a witch. I believe she's a witch. You know, I've always thought that there was something strange about that girl. Yeah, it must be that. Yeah, yeah. God knows your heart. You can't fool God. You can't fool yourself. Or try to. You definitely can't fool God. God know that you fucking know better. You a bitch, nigga. You're a pussy just like the rest of them. You're a coward. That's what you are. You're afraid of the system. That's what you are. Admit it. It will help to put out some of the fire that you got burning inside your stinking, dirty conscience. Just admit you were afraid. Admit that you're trying to save yourself and your own rather than do what is right. You rather sacrifice an innocent person than do what is right. You rather help torment an innocent person rather than do what is right. And you'd rather try to believe or convince yourself that this innocent person is a guilty person rather than actually take on the challenge of doing what is right. I came to your place to offer you my patronage. I come to support your business in hopes that you would support my needs. I've treated you with respect. I've treated all your staff with respect. Y'all can't say a bad thing about me. But don't worry, everybody's not going to be a sellout like you. Any last words, Mosai? To the dentist himself. Let's see what God want to tell you. So this is personal. This is to the dentist that refused to give me my service. Because the secret society that runs the government sent message to him to tell him not to. Everybody's not a sellout like you. That's the message. As a matter of fact, there are many that's getting fed up. You're new. You're new to what's going on here. There are people who have been involved in this fight long before you, and they're getting fed up of always having to fucking compromise their conscience and their moral stability because these idiots want them to hurt me and make my experience in society to be a horrible one. You're new. I need to eat. Hang on. just a chatterbox. You're damn right I'm a chatterbox. I'm the bumbleclot news. A lot of y'all supposed to make it on the Rasclat news and you don't. I'm fucking telling. Damn right. I'm a chatterbox. I wear that title with pride. Fuck you. Evil bitch. I'd rather be a chatterbox than to be a little sellout. I'd rather be a chatterbox than to be a house slave. I'd rather be a chatterbox than to be a fucking criminal. I am a fucking chatterbox. As a matter of fact, being a chatterbox has saved my life. Because when this shit started in 2008, if I wasn't willing to tell my story out loud in the face of the public, I would have had absolutely no defense. But you know what? By speaking my story out loud and publicly, I know that it helped to save my life. Because people started watching. People started watching me and people started getting curious. So all when they think that there are no eyes on them, there are always eyes on them. And they cannot control everybody all the time. And that has helped to slow them down in what they were trying to do to me. So now, this shit, my story has already come too far. I've won. If they do anything to me now, everybody's going to know what the fuck happened to me. My story hasn't changed for years. I've been talking about this. Since 2009, I've been talking about it. Started suffering since 2008. Started talking 2009. They tried using, oh, she's crazy. That shit failed. They tried saying I'm a liar. That failed. Now everybody know about the secret societies that run the government. They're running out of alternative excuses other than accepting that what I'm saying is the truth. And a lot of people know that what I'm saying is the truth. That's why I'm so supported. Underground. Because people have no reason to hate me. They hear what they hear wherever they hear the stupidness that they hear. But then when they see me and they interact with me, it's like, that shit don't match. It's either I'm a great fucking pretender, or the nonsense that you hear about me are all lies. Because how could I be pretending to be a good person since 2008 until now? 2025. That's a long time to pretend to be a good person. Surely I would have slipped up several times. Look, verified. Who I am is verified. It's only new people like you would come into the game and believe the fuckery that they're telling you about me with no evidence. My interaction with you was in no way disrespectful, Mr. Dentist. What give you the right to believe that I am a dark or evil person? Justify that. I had my teeth done at Junction Dental. The dentist real close to Watford Junction station. Junction Dental, Watford. And now God has a message for the said dentist that denied me service because he's getting paid off to deny me service. And then trying to use some judicial nonsense to justify his refusal to offer me service. So y'all can't even be straightforward with your fucking nonsense. Y'all have to lie. Who is the evil one here? You can't just tell me no, I don't want to give you any service. You have to find all kind of lie to tell. About dark magic. Show me the fucking evidence that says that I am some kind of evil person. I came into your practice, you got video cameras there and whatnot. Justify you believing that I'm an evil person, that I don't deserve to get served in this fucking society. When as soon as I come into your office, I started with difficulty telling you that I'm a target in this society. Because I know how it sounds to people. And I know most of the time people don't believe me when I say it. So with some neglect, or some, not neglect, like with some apprehension, I didn't want to say it out loud. But in order to justify what's happening in my mouth, I had to speak my truth. If you choose not to believe me, then you just don't believe me. But at least I told the truth. Because how else do I explain what the fuck is going on in my mouth? I'm not a dirty person. I've never had bad oral hygiene. Even now I don't have bad oral hygiene. But these people think that I put as much priority on beauty as they do. Listen, I don't fucking care, because the beauty about me is within here and within here. I am a beautiful person. I care more about being a good person than I care about being a pretty person. It's more important to me to be kind and understanding and patient and right. Or admit when I'm wrong and apologize when I'm wrong than to be pretty. Being pretty is nothing. I'm a beautiful monster. I'll be that. If that's what you want to make me into, you want to make me look like a monster, you want to make when I smile like this, all my teeth just look fuck up, I will do that. Because people who judge people based on their physical appearance, it says a lot about that person more than it does about the person whose appearance is fucked up. You don't even know the person, and just because of how they look, it's not like you have special sight like me and can see into the spirit realm. You're judging people based on because they have a flat ass, or they have rotten teeth, or they have a burnt face because they were in an acid attack and they're no longer as beautiful, or because they have small breasts, or because they have really dark skin, or because they have vertigo. Just stupid shit. I don't care about that. I care about the quality of a human being that I am. I care about my spiritual impact on the world. That is my priority. Sure, I would love to be beautiful. Who doesn't? But it's not that serious for me. Chatterbox. That's my name. Don't bumbleclot wear it out. Let's see what the other card is behind it. Exalted. Yeah, bitch. Woohoo! Shit. Fuck y'all. Look, at the end, yeah. Now y'all scared because I'm loved. I'm loved by all the right people. Y'all are scared. Fucking idiots. The chatterbox is exalted indeed. Don't fuck with me if I haven't fucked with you. Think that the government is the only one who has power. God has power, and God worked through me. Because I asked God to work through me. And I deserve to be defended. Because I'm innocent. And I deserve to be looked after the same way that I put myself out on a regular to look after others. Don't treat me like shit because people tell you to. Not because I deserve to be treated like shit. The life of a freedom fighter. Hard. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I'll fucking cry if I need to, and when I'm done crying, I'll get on with living. Because I'm not gonna stop. Freedom is a must. I'm not gonna be around here making horrible comments about how terrible society is. Why is society just so horrible? Why is life just so hard? I know why life is so hard. It's because of the secret society that's running the government. That's why life is so hard. That's why so many of the laws don't make no sense. That's why they're teaching our little girls to be okay, to be okay and seeing themselves as little boys, and teaching our little boys to be okay, seeing themselves as little girls, and giving our young children puberty blockers and making 4-year-olds decide to change their sex and make it make sense. These are the type of people that you feel are worthy of support. People who do this, you see them as worthy of support. You don't see that as a problem that society have that we need to put our foot down about. Y'all just allow them to do any old foolishness to us. And you protect them. And then you want to talk about how society this and society that. It's you. It's people like you that make society so shitty. People who don't stand up. See, society is shitty because of your neglect. You neglect society. You neglect your duty as a civilian. A part of civilization. You are not very civil at all. If you allow these people who call themselves government to put all kind of foolish rules and regulations on us that don't make no sense, and you just sit down and take it. What are we doing next? So this is God's message to the dentist who decided to deny me service today. Okay. So, state of being, that's the subject matter. Okay. I was beginning to like him. We have great conversations. We could have done innovative stuff together, but no. Let's see what God wants to tell you, Mr. Dentist. And you hear who I said? What God want to tell you. You haven't heard me call upon any deities or any angels or any demons or anything like that. I call on God. Your God, my God, our God. So, the one card come out is curious. Let's see if it's meant to be interpreted upright or in the reverse. That's me pushing my stupid spirit out and allowing space for God to come in. That's why I breathe like that. Because I am nothing. God is everything. Interpretation for this card, please. Feels lighter this way. So curious is in the reverse. It felt heavier this way and it felt lighter this way. So it's easier for you to just not be curious. It's easier for you to not do your due diligence. No, because the money too sweet. And it's easier for you to believe the fuckery that you want to believe about me because it make your conscience feel a little bit better. So you choose not to do your due diligence. People come and tell you what they tell you about me and you just choose to accept it. Let's read on. What's at the bottom of the deck? So we got excellent and wasting. Manipulator, instigator, weak-minded, and gullible. You just choose to believe it. You choose to believe it. You choose to believe what nonsense they're saying about me rather than do your due diligence. God sees you. I thought you were a half decent person. Clearly, I was wrong about you. We got Peeping Tom and your sugar mommy, your sugar daddy. That's the people that are paying you the money. They're watching you. There we see Smelly and Ass Kisser. So they were watching you and they saw you as someone that they could actually sell their stupid story to. So since I started coming to you, you were being watched. And you were being tested and read. And they suspected, you know what? I feel like we can get him on our side. And they were right. So we got disappointed and cursed. You didn't see this part of the story coming, did you? You cursed yourself when you said yes to them and choose not to be curious. When you chose not to do your due diligence and look into the matter and just say yes to the money. I told you that these people were after me. I told you I'm a target. And you still chose to help them anyway. You don't know if I'm a good person. You don't know if I'm a bad person. But you're going to choose to believe that I'm a bad person. You were supposed to remain a neutral entity. You were supposed to stay out because you don't know which of us is the good guy and which of us is the bad guy. But no. And now you've cursed yourself. So we got stylish. Your style is being addicted. We got growing up. I guess you wanted to grow financially and in status and all these things because the next thing that's coming is caution. So all you were seeing is the money that you could get from this and the way that it could boost your appearance or your status or whatever you think you can get from it. However you thought it would help you to grow. That's what you were looking at. You were addicted to be seen as somebody. And God said, caution. You need to be careful, Mr. Dentist. And then we have this blank card. God said, that's all I want to say to you. And the next card coming is vindicated. I have been vindicated. And now you're frightened. You should have stayed out of what you have no business getting involved in. You thought you knew me. You don't know me. If you had seen a flicker of me being some dark magic evil witch kind of person, you probably would have thought twice about fucking with me. But because I showed you my kind, attentive, intelligent, patient, respectful self, you thought, oh, She won't be a problem. Yeah, bitch, what do you think about me now? Now you're gonna need to be adjusting. Since I'm vindicated and you're frightened, now you need to be adjusting. You're gonna be reserved. Ooh, I gotta go into my shell. I need to protect myself. Yeah, bitch, you should have protected me. Or just done your fucking job. I didn't come there begging you. I had my money to pay for your service. Next time, watch your fucking step. Y'all need to stop being so quick to take bribes. You don't know who you're fucking with. Junction Dental, Watford. Yeah, you're gonna be a loner for a while. Like, I need to protect myself. Oh, I'm so scared. Yeah? You should have chose kindness first. You should have chose correctness first. You should have chosen to do the right thing first. I'm telling y'all, these aren't the days like before where people get away with doing wickedness. Those days are over. The earth itself is in a new season where only integrity will be profitable. All you businesses who survive on manipulation and deception and that shit, God says it's ripping that stuff down. I told y'all this already. Look, scary. You scared. Because you a moocher and a thief. And you always want, Mr. Dentist. You're always wanting. And you're willing to get it by any means, I see. Now you feel real stupid within yourself, don't you? So next time I come back to you to get my teeth done, are your hands going to be shaking like this? Am I going to need to worry about you fucking troubling parts of my teeth that you don't even need to be troubling? Because I feel like coming back to you still. Yeah, I'm not going to break up with you. I feel like keeping you in the fire. Yeah, I don't feel like going to another dentist. I feel like keep coming to you. But that is to be decided. Because I know you are fucked up. Because I'm going to put Junction Dental Watford on the front of my post here. I'm going to amend it. I add the name of your establishment because I want you to forget this message. What you did to me was not nice. And so what I'm about to do to you is equally going to be not nice.